Check, 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 check. Where is it? Go live. That's not it. Hold on. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Party people in the house. All right. Share live broadcast with Apple Bytes, Judge Regina, John Costas. Let me just share. I just sent separately. All right, cool. All right. Let me get this going. Make sure. Live. Okay, cool. There's the audio. Turn that off. All right.
Hi, my name is Samuel. I'm an artist and creator, and I created CosmicWars when I was 12 years old. And now I get to share it with you after all these years. And I can spend this entire time trying to convince you why I would love for you to back this campaign. But I'd rather just
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorth, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Light years away from peace tonight, the Ezos call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorth is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise.
What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So I'm going to be finishing a piece that I haven't done in a minute. Let me get this out of the way. This is a piece I've been working on. I started on a live stream a long time ago and never got to it. And I promised that today I will get to it. I'm going to get some background music real quick. Let me lower it here. Lower it there. All right. Cool. So before I begin, real quick, what's up, everybody? My name is Samuel. I'm an independent comic book creator and artist. I am a podcaster, the first independent comic book podcaster, founded in 2005. Catch the Craze podcast every Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have the Author Samuel on YouTube. I'm most notably known for, I guess I'll put my big mug on the screen. Mostly known for There's an Alien in My Toilet, and recently Forbidden, but Forbidden I created back in the early 2000s, even before that. But CosmicWars is the first independent comic book character I ever created, and I am excited to share with you on this stream, and also the fact that the book is on Kickstarter. And we're in the final 6 days of the Kickstarter. And I just want to remind everybody who's first, if you've never heard of CosmicWars, if you've never heard of the Kickstarter, you still have an opportunity to get yourself a copy. And I want to just share that not only will you get a great book, but you're going to get, if you're a physical backer, you're going to get a free sticker. I usually have the sticker right handy. Yes, so you'll become a free Cosmic Guardian Defenders of Freedom sticker. All physical backers will get this, so this is going to be in your box. And then everybody who backs at $25 or over is going to get this amazing, beautifully rendered card of Cosmic Gorf. And all physical backers, we already unlocked their first stretch goal, so that's another sticker. You're going to get Zap. And if you're like, who is Zap, Sam? Let me see if I can find Zap real quick. Okay, here's an image of Zap and Gorf that I did. I'm on 2 different platforms, so I got to get them right. Here we go. There's an image of Zap and Gorf. So Zap is the orange and yellow character. So that's actually the image. That's the pose that he's surfing on his hoverboard that we unlocked on the Kickstarter. So that's already unlocked. So that's 3 items. And then if you pledge during this live stream, this is huge. If you pledge during this live stream, you will get a original 2.5 by 3.5 trading card, sketch card by me. Illustration by me, original art. It'll come in a nice little case, so that's protected. And all you have to do is just say it's pledged during this live anytime within the next hour, and then tag me, say I just pledged, so I can match it up, and then I'll get the drawing at the end of the campaign and make sure that's in your package. So just all you have to do is tag me on it, and then we are so close to unlocking where everybody on the campaign gets a free Art of Cosmic Wars digital sketchbook. So it's the behind-the-scenes sketches and illustrations and character designs for the Cosmic Wars universe. So we are 8 backers away from unlocking that. So that's another item that you can get for free. And we're just a little over $500 away from unlocking an amazing print of Gorf battling Lord Evil. It's a nice 5x7 print, and also raffling off this, which is Cosmic Wars Issue 0, 2003 edition, first printing ever. So we hit $2,000. This gets raffled to all physical backers, and we also unlock a print. So a lot of cool giveaways, and it's really added to the If you're a fan of Psycho Sal by William Russell, and if you're a fan of There's an Alien in My Toilet, I did a mashup cover of Duty as Psycho Sal for issue number 8. There's only 2 left and they're available on this Kickstarter for add-ons. There's also a mystery bag on the campaign that you can add on as well. And the mystery bag, it's logoed, it's branded, but in the bag you get one of the 4 covers, or the 5 covers, and you get a random print, a random sticker, and some bags might come with an original piece of art, some extras, we don't know. That's why the blind bag is so exciting. You don't know what you're going to get. So, without further ado, Cosmic Wars, the fallen hero, the guardian of the Athenian star. This issue 0 starts the journey into the universe, where the kingdom of Crystallia is in jeopardy because there was a battle previously where the king Neptune was in this great battle, and the guardian of Crystallia, Gorf, did not make it there on time. And he's I didn't even recognize the time change. What's up, Lou? I didn't even recognize the time change. And so the king fell in this great battle. So Gorf blames himself. So he goes into exile. By him doing so, he put the universe at risk because now there's no ruler. And now by proxy, the princess becomes a ruler. There's never been a woman before. So she has resistance and she has to prove herself. Now the forces of evil, Lord Evil, is plotting to take over the throne and gain possession of the Athenian star. So is Zarkinar, who is this pirate overlord. He has his own plot. And the one protector right now in position, Captain M3, who's tasked with protecting the kingdom, doesn't believe he needs any help. He believes he has all of the capabilities of defending the kingdom and the crystal. And the princess doesn't believe that's enough. So she risks everything blindly and searching and heads off into the cosmos in search of Cosmic Gorf because she needs him. And that's where the story begins. So I hope you come along for the journey and come along for the ride. I'm going to go back into drawing Vrax finishing Vrax and Gral. And let me get this going. And we're going to go from there. And so this is a piece I started a long time ago. I never got to finish it. It's actually a scene from the book. And I have a lot of unfinished flatting and pages that I started. I just keep on moving and moving and moving because once it's in my head, I want to get it on paper. Let me get this out the way and just rock out. Let me get these comments out of the way. Sorry, there it is. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna get busy. So this is Vrax and Gral. I already started with the tones. But I never finished. So now we're gonna get busy. I'm gonna look up from time to time. If there's any questions, please put it there. But again, if you pledge during this live stream, please tag me. Let me know you did, because you get a free trading card, sketch card, original drawing by me. You know, it's funny because I did this already. I have to do it over because it didn't save. My system crashed and all the colors did not save. So now I'm doing it all over again. And it is so frustrating. So frustrating. It's not the first time it happened. This happened before. And so I have to randomly hit save. I didn't even recognize that it was a daylight savings time, really. Did we lose an hour? Or did we gain an hour? Is it spring forward? So we lost an hour, right? That's probably why. So it's 9 o'clock. It's really 8 o'clock. So when I woke up, I woke up early. Dersh. I thought we were eliminating daylight savings time, so I wonder why we still have it. Everybody, they said we're just gonna keep the clock the way it is. We're not gonna act up. Yeah, right. So I have on that screen, to my right on my other computer, I have Instagram Live, and on my left, I got the StreamYard, which shows the comments from this. So I'm looking at both sides to see comments. And that's that. Oh, let me go here. Let's see, share. Time and forces, market affiliate. I'm just sharing this out. Damn price. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I'm always up at 4:30 no matter what. But I was wondering why the dogs were acting antsy this morning. Now I get it. I forgot all about it. We went back to the future. Yeah. It's you know what sucks is that I have an over the range microwave over my oven stove, whatever, and that thing just stopped. It went kaput. I checked the circuits, I checked the outlets, I even ran an extension cord to see if it was just the outlet itself. It wasn't, and I'm like, dang it, not to buy a new microwave. It's just completely dead. No reason, it just died. Not only that, have to have it installed mounted into the wall, and sucks. So these two characters, they're loyal to nobody. They're loyal to each other. If you think of like, if you took Boba Fett and mixed it up with Han Solo and Chewbacca, you're going to have these two guys because they're loyal to each other, but nobody else. Where Han Solo, he and Chewie were loyal to each other, but they're also loyal to the rebellion, right? And these guys, there is no loyalty. They just want money, and they want freedom to do whatever they want whenever they want. And so it's whoever's paying the most, that's where they're going. It really doesn't matter. So they play a key role in this story. 1 hour ahead of the future, the microwave is working. Yeah, no, that microwave just went dead. I tried everything. So now, I have the home warranty. So I got to call them up. They first got to come and inspect it and do that thing. And then they'll tell me. And then I have an ant problem. Now it's spring season, so the ants are starting to come in, and I got to deal with that. Spring is just costly. That's what I look at as spring. It just becomes very costly, because you got to prune when you own a house. You gotta prune the bushes and the trees, and you got to get everything done. And this is where all of the landscaping starts again, and you get a break from the cost during the winter seasons. But now it's like, dang, here we go. Yeah. You look at yard now. Yeah. I have a huge. I'm a beast at yard work. That's awesome. Not me. I want to stay away. I just want to in the yard. I just want to sit at the fire pit, have a sangria, and chill, and draw. I don't want to do any yard work. I work enough, during the day at work. Uh, that's the last thing I want to do. Yeah, I have patches of. So the previous owners, because we only been here a few months, the previous owners, they used to have a pool, and so they closed up the pool, and they used sand and soil to seal up the ground. But the problem with that is that the ants are building their homes in the sand. So I have like dozens of ant hills. And then I don't know what's underneath because my dogs are always digging and my dogs have never dug before. So now I got to get that inspected. And, we didn't pick up on that when we first moved in because it just looked normal. We just tested the sprinkler systems, we did the normal stuff. And I was like, what the bloody? It's my exercise, yeah. Better you than me. Got a ant pile sprung out of nowhere. Just cut the grass on Friday. Yeah, I have on the perimeter of my fence, surrounding my entire yard, I have about 24 ant hills. And they dug these big hills. They're probably like 6 inches tall. They just came out of nowhere. So I have to have a specialist come in, give me a solution for this. And believe me, I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is hurt the insects. But the problem is they're getting into the house, they're getting into the cat food, and that can't happen. So I need the house sealed up from the outside or whatever the exterminators do. They just got to get this going. Pesticide or whatever they do. Bodies in the yard. Yeah, I know. That's the scary part. Are we going to see you on Dateline? I know. That's the scary part. It's like I want to dig it to see what it is my dogs are digging, but I don't want to have to unearth something that now my just disrupts my entire life because there's some crazy stuff going on the ground. I'm like, oh no, I don't need this in my life. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. I've seen these documentaries, and next now you got helicopters and press and all this other stuff, and you got to answer questions. I'm like, I don't know what the hell. I just moved in here. Leave me alone. And then, where were you on the night of September 11, 2026? I'm like, oh, good Lord. Yeah, so today I got to go to the depot, Home Depot or Lowe's, and get some stuff that I can start the process now so I can at least get them to leave the house while I wait for the ant guys to come in and do their thing. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nice morning. I was going to get some drawings done, some postings done, do my taxes because I haven't done them. I got to do my taxes. Ugh, that's another thing. Painful. I know most people do it right away, but I just don't. I try to avoid it at all costs. To my own detriment. If you do find anything sketchy under there, just kick the dirt back in. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, right. My problem is, I'm like Honest Abe. Yeah, and I think it's because I worked so many years in security. I'd have to call it in. I'm like, dang it. But I'd have to be very clear with them. Don't act up. I found it. Stop acting up. Don't put me through the ringer. I found it. I'm alerting you because I did. It's funny because we've had ants in Jersey. We moved into an old house. It was about 100-year-old house. And that was a problem. We had to have multiple pest control people come for the ants because those suckers were determined. So they were able to trace where they were coming in from. After a few months, and then they got it solved. So ants, for some reason, are determined to get into our house, and I'm like, dude, seriously. But it's like I went into my cat's room. And that's how we knew we had a problem. I went to go fill her bowl. And there was like a trail of ants leading to the window and inside her bowl. I was like, oh, hell no. Intruders. We have invaders in the house. It's time to go. I want this one. This one. Where is it? There it is. Cool. Yep. I used to work for pest control. Oh, did you? Nice. That's you're the first person I've ran into that used to work for pest control. What was that like? Was it like the scene from Bad Boys when Will and Martin are in the attic with the rats? That's like one of the best, most iconic scenes, man. Ancient Chinese secret. How I do the live streams? Yeah, I know, right? I'm on 6 different platforms right now, buddy. I'll put that in the it's I put it in the chat. Hey guys, I work for some of the best guys. Nice. What's up, buddy? Um, yeah, I think that that bad boy scene was like the most iconic, funny scene ever. You know, he's like, yo, Mike, these rats are humping. It was crazy. What do you call them? Marsupials? He's like marsupials. Oh man, those guys were funny. I got you, brother. All right, so I got him. I got Gral. All right, now I can work on the background. And then I'll do the blast afterwards. Okay, cool. What's this? So when I start doing stone, you can see I have this brush. I have a speckle brush, and it gives like a textured look. And while you don't see it immediately, it adds. So when I'm adding the layers of shade and shadow, it looks like sandstone, right? That's the reason why I use this brush, and I use a couple of brushes for that. And then I'll use a brush like this, which will give me, you know, because there's a lot of imperfections in rocks, right? And there's a lot of like gaps and cracks and shadows, and so the whole purpose for me is just not to make it look like a perfect rock, but create the illusion that it's a stone. And what I think what bothers me the most is that I did this already. Like I finished it. And then both my computers froze. Like everything in this place froze. It was almost like there was a UFO hovering over my house and nothing was working. And I had to leave it. I tried everything, but for a couple of hours, nothing was happening. I walked away, I come back, and I got access to the computer again, but it didn't sync, and everything I did was gone. And it was 3 files. This was one of them. And if you can see on the top of this screen, I have multiple files. Like this is the one I was doing yesterday on the live, right? I flatted it. I'm going to work on that. There's another one I did. So I normally have like a bunch on top. So I had a bunch of them not finished. Like this is not finished, right? I have to do the backgrounds. This one's finished, but this was one I lost too. I started it. I started doing offline. I started doing the renderings, and then it froze, and I lost it. So I had to do it all over again. So now I'm just saving. This one is still not done. I got to work on. This one's done, and then this one is work in progress. I'm still waiting to do this one because I'm still thinking about that one. But And then what I'll do is, once that's done, then I'll grab the regular brush and I'll go into the areas I want darker, like the window sills, like in here. But I want it a little darker than that. And I might make them even, I'll do another underlayer under those window sills. I gotta make this brush bigger. And this one's going to be, these will be lighter, but like this right here, I'm going to get that here. As we get lower, I'm going to make this darker here. Yeah. Now, because I want to keep those specks there, I'm going to do another layer underneath this layer. And whenever I'm doing these layers, I do I multiply. So, and I also reduce the opacity. And then what I'll do here is, I'm gonna do, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this, yeah. Get a bigger brush. Now I'll zoom out for a second. Okay. And then I'll go back up here. And I'm gonna actually change this brush to this one. No, I want the textured one. Where is it? Here we go. I think it's a good time to play the theme song to the Cosmic Gorfer himself. If you haven't heard it already, I'm going to turn that off.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. Zarkina betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the ark, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound, while beneath Crystalia's castle lies treasure to be found. But Gorth, the protector, stands tall in his fight, with armor forged in honor and strength that burns so bright. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for York is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. As Zarkina sets his trap with darkness in his soul, Gorth races through the galaxies to save us from this toll. Lord Evil unleashed as chaos unfolds. Our heroes never falter, they brave what fate beholds. The past holds hiding secrets, but love can heal our scars. Beneath this battled surface, a princess wishes upon a star. With Ramsey's wisdom guiding him every night and day, they'll shield the light within them, while shadows try to sway. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorth is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise. Light years away from peace tonight, the echoes call our names. The universe, a battlefield where hope ignites the flames. Hold fast to your courage, for Gorth is on your side. We're warriors in a cosmic war. Together we will rise.
So that's the theme song for Cosmic War. If you weren't up dancing while that was playing in the background, in fact, I had to stop that. Sorry. If you guys weren't dancing, if that doesn't make you jam and want to just like get jiggy with it, I don't know what will. But that song plays in my head over and over again when I'm driving to work, when I'm in the shower. You know, it's just a reminder of why I love doing this. And I believe that when you're in the creative space, you know, music and art always go hand in hand. And I love music. So I got some cover work with some books that are coming out at the later part of the year, which are pretty cool. I can't tell you specifically who and what, but that was pretty cool. And it's not even a mashup there. It's just I was just commissioned to do the work for other projects that are coming out. Pretty excited about that. It's always a good feeling to do something outside of what you do for other people. Because you get to another audience and you get to reach their audience as well, right? And they're like, oh, who's this cat? Nice. Space monkeys. That's good. Yeah, I think the more that you get your work out there in different mediums and outside of your core audience, the more work you get and the more a greater opportunity to build that fan base, you know? I don't think I watched anything on TV last night at all. I was drawing. I ran some errands. I got a haircut. All right, All right, starting to come along. Starting to look like some rocks. We got some rocks going. I'm gonna just do this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Okay, get the bigger brush. Real quick. Yeah, it sucks because I watched War Machine yesterday. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I want to watch it. I was going to watch it last night, but I knew myself because by the time I went to bed, it was 11:30. And I put on the TV, I put on Netflix, and I see the promo for War Machine. And I was like, how long before I fall asleep will I have when I watch this? And like 2 seconds after I asked that question, I was out. I was knocked out. So probably gonna watch it today over lunch after I deal with the ant situation. Run to Lowe's and get some ant spray and stuff. I'll have it over a nice. I put some cold cuts, make a nice sandwich. All right, so that's there. So I'm going to do another layer underneath of this one here. Yeah, War Machine looks good. My problem is, I know that if I start that, I still got to finish Night Agent, which I'm really digging that series. Oh, it's a different layer. I think we'll go with this one. I'm gonna go here. Add some darkness there. Night Agent is on Netflix as well. It's a really good series. Cool. Yeah, Night Agent's it's hard to explain. He's basically, they just have a division that their whole purpose is to answer calls for agents in the field in distress. And they're like when something's really going down, or they get tips, like tip lines and all that stuff as well. So it's a last resort. It's like really super agents that are undercover that get into trouble. They have to call Night Agent, and Night Agent is the one who dispatches the team that goes out and saves them. But the character gets entangled in a lot of stuff. So now I gotta get underneath this thing. This is there. Okay, cool. So multiply. Just gonna drop you in there. There. Because you should be darker. There you go. Boom. Make that darker there. And then let's go over here. It went to just Twitch, not to that's interesting. Okay, so then now I need another. Here we go. All right. So now I'm going to do an overlay because out there is going to be a glow. So, and I'm going to get this brush. So there's going to be, blasting and explosions. And so this is why I'm doing these effects first and this overlays. I'm eating a Rise honey cinnamon protein bar, and I'm drinking my pre-workout drink while I'm drawing because right after this I'm also going to work out. Okay, so boom, that's coming out pretty cool. And where's that? Is that this? All right, cool. That's that. All right, cool. What I want in there, I'm gonna do orange. Ooh, that's not good. This is supposed to be just this. Why did it do that? Oh, maybe it did. Okay. And then I need a white. Boom. Create that effect as I start doing like blasted stuff. I also have to add glow to these guys. What's it say? 1 hour. If you think Vrax and Gral are cool, give me a thumbs up. Hit that like button. But most importantly, let everybody know where you saw this. And if you know anybody who loves world building, sci-fi, super action-oriented action adventure series with unique characters, and fans of Warhammer or Star Wars or Buzz Lightyear, you'll love this. Give CosmicWars a chance. And let me just go back. So this is a piece I started on yesterday. This is a piece that was triggered. This is a panel that's triggered from this panel. So these are 2 panels. I do the panels separately in case, so that because I want it bigger and I want the visuals to be sharp. So when I reduce it onto the page with the other panels, it's vibrant, it's sharp, it's, so I always do. I have a page where I have the panels laid out on the page, and then I take those dimensions, I separate them, and then I create a new page, just the panels itself, and I'll draw it. So this scene leads into this scene. And if you see Troy with Brad Pitt, that scene on the beach where he lures them into the tomb, that was an inspiration behind this scene, right? He knows he's being followed. He knows they're coming, and he's getting ready. And this is another scene from the book. I'm giving you some behind the scenes images, but I'm not giving you the meat and potatoes. The potatoes. And then this is another. This could be a foil card. This could be a super duper variant cover. It could be anything, but I love this piece here. I had so much fun drawing this piece right here. It's pretty fantastic. And this is just Vrax and Gral. I use that for color reference. And this is Princess Reina. What's happening here? You'll find out by reading the book. Here's another scene. A scene before the scene. Poor Gorf can't get a break. But yeah, this is CosmicWars, and this is my book. It is my comic book, and I hope that you all give it a chance. And I know there's a lot of campaigns out there. What's going on? No, I'm not taking a break. I'm watching this. There's a lot of great campaigns out there. A lot of fantastic stuff out there. And I'm hoping that you think Cosmic is just as fantastic as everybody else's. So with that said, happy Sunday to everybody. I hope you have a great Sunday. It's crazy because now I'm looking at the clock because I got to go to work tomorrow. And it's like I'm trying to be all in today without thinking about work tomorrow, which is crazy. But I appreciate every single one of you and everybody who's backed the campaign. Thank you so much. Join us on Tuesday night for the raffle. We have a raffle Tuesday night for all a backer raffle. So it's going to be fun Tuesday and 7 p.m. Central. That last screen looks like he's reading your script. Yeah, I know. Cosmic is like, let me see if you're writing my story very well, Sam. But yeah, man, join me on Tuesday night on Cast the Craze podcast for hopefully not the last raffle, but we have another raffle. If we get the 8 more backers between today and Tuesday, we'll host 2 raffles, 2 opportunities to win some really cool prizes. So with that said, I'm going to leave you all with a beautiful message. And thank you everybody for watching today, and thank you for choosing to hang out with me for an hour on this fantastic Sunday. Hopefully the weather stays the way it is.
Hi, my name is Samuel. I'm an artist and creator, and I created CosmicWars when I was 12 years old. And now I get to share it with you after all these years. And I can spend this entire time trying to convince you why I would love for you to back this campaign. But I'd rather choose to share.
In the shadows of the cosmos, a war is on the rise. A pirate with a broken heart, with treachery is his disguise. 'Cause our king now betrayed his brother for power and for gold. With the whispers of the art, the neon star, legends left untold. Through the starlit skies he sails, reckless and unbound.